Hi there. Today I'm coming at you from Surrey Park Lake in Box Hill. It's a very nice, quiet little, barely a lake, but kind of a lake. Nice body of water, there's some ducks, there's a very calm atmosphere. I'm going to try and upload vlogs weekly or bi-weekly, as long as I have stuff to talk about, and if the world keeps being the way that it is, which I don't see it stopping doing this anytime soon, there will always be plenty to talk about. And today, I was going to come to you and talk to you about designer babies, because I've seen on Instagram a few different ads by a company called Nucleus IVF. I've not seen the ads on my Instagram feed. I've seen people photographing billboards and other signage advertising Nucleus IVF, and the website is www.pickyourbaby.com. And it's basically designer babies and eugenics. So they have babies of different races in the billboards, and they say, choose your best baby. And they have little factoids popping up like IQ is 50% genetic, height is determined by genetics, things like this. And so I'm just very curious at what stage this has become acceptable. I thought designer babies were illegal for a long time, and definitely frowned upon as unethical for a long time. If anyone here has seen the film Gattaca, I believe it's based on a novel as well, then you know what I'm talking about and what the caliber of the world we're going to move into is going to be. And as if people don't already foster enough pressure upon their children, or demand so much of their children, like demand enough of their children already, as if children aren't already under enough pressure to perform from their parents and families and society, and as if the love that parents give their children isn't conditional enough already. Now we have, hey, when you were born, you had a genetic predisposition for this, and now you're doing badly. You had a genetic predisposition for like IQ, let's say, and then you got a B in your maths. So maybe the scientists were wrong about you and you're actually not smart. Just so many ethical concerns and quandaries here. And I think this is like a really good example of people just doing whatever the fuck they want in society. And I'm not even just blaming this, these pharmaceutical people, this dodgy medical scientific establishment stuff, because they wouldn't do this if there wasn't a demand for it. And you know for a fact that in the United States, so many dads are going to be like, we need this kid to be fucking kick-ass at football, or we need this kid to have blonde hair and blue eyes, etc., etc. So I thought I'd just talk about this because it's something that really, it hit me, and I was like, this is real, this is fucking real. People don't even like their children as is, and now they're, trying to turn their children into little ornaments and accessories to themselves, and it's just awful. It's funny to me because it's so fucking, out there and, in your face. It's on the nose. It's like a Black Mirror episode. I think more and more people who call Black Mirror on the nose are changing their tune, or they just look around them more because it's or they need to look around them more because it's it's on the nose because it's actually just real. It's actually just how reality is now. It's how society is now. One thing that I noticed about it is that it coincides with this campaign in the United States that's basically celebrating whiteness. And what I mean by celebrating whiteness is the AI art that's been churned out by the Department of Homeland Security, the use of words like miscegenation. They're trying, I forget the term. I'm so well prepared for this video as per usual. Basically talking about ethnically cleansing through non-violent means so far the United States of America. American Eagle genes. I have Sydney Sweeney saying she has such great genes, and then not not backing on that. And there's been other similar ad campaigns. I think Calvin Klein did something similar. And, you know, this is the thing that people are like, oh, it's not that deep, bro. It's not that. It's just a coincidence. You're like reading too much into it. And I'm like, these people are advertising like moguls and geniuses. They've started it. Every single part of their ad campaign is calibrated specifically to communicate an idea to you. And so the ideas that people are reading into them are not like a fantasy. It's like clearly they're real and intended communication. When these people say these things, they mean these things, more or less, is what I'm trying to say. Because apparently I'm just updating you about news stories that I saw and things that I've seen that have struck me as interesting. I'll mention the fact that Twitter launched a feature which allows you to see where an IP address is located, which is very interesting. And there's a whole lot of stuff being exposed about troll farms in India and Russia and fucking anywhere, really. I mean, I've seen so many comments. I've seen so many examples of things like someone tweeting, I'm a white Jewish woman in New York and I no longer feel safe because I'm being harassed by Muslim men. And then like users provided context, which appears at the bottom of the tweet. And they're like, this IP address is located in India. So, you know, just fraudulent, divisive stuff like that. But anyway, when they launched the feature, going back to the Department of Homeland Security, it turned out the Department of Homeland Security Twitter account was based out of Tel Aviv, Israel. Do with that what you will. It is interesting that it's based in a foreign country at all, and that it would be that foreign country, considering everything that's been happening in the media lately. It was also founded in Tel Aviv, Israel. That's where the account was like originated. Just so many questions. The Department of Homeland Security account has been really busy posting that things like our country is being taken over by predators, our country's being invaded, blah, 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 blah. Just like very transparently being a mouthpiece of the current administration. I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like in the past, these Twitter pages for various government departments, social media accounts of various government departments have been more, like less partisan. They've been more interested in just like explaining a policy or explaining how to interact with the online interface for the page, really, without like being like, this is what we're doing, this is the movement America's taking. I've been reading a whole lot lately about Project 2025. It's really interesting, and honestly it's given me a whole lot of admiration for Stephen Vaught and the other co-founder, sorry, some kids were yelling on their BMX bikes, the other co-founder of Project 2025, because they just laid out a blueprint and now they're just doing it. And obviously they're not doing everything they wanted to do, but I'm like, you have to admire the tenacity of people making a plan in politics and just following it through, and it being so revolutionary. Obviously I disagree with almost the entirety of Project 2025. I just want to clarify that for anyone who stumbled across this, but I just thought it was really interesting to see how they've turned the tables so quickly. 2025 is not over yet. When I'm recording, it's still November. It's the end of November now, but they have really taken the agenda and run with it. I don't know how much of it this past. I haven't followed it all very, very closely, but it's incredible. It's incredible. It's an act of, you know, it's like unparalleled since, like, I don't know, like the sort of things that would happen in countries like, to me it feels like things that would happen in Mouth China, not in terms of like the same, it's not like a moralizing statement about Mao or Project 2025. I'm just saying in terms of getting policy passed so fucking quickly, so consistently. It's almost like the blueprint being followed through is just something that I'm so not used to seeing anymore in Western democracies, because they're so fucking ineffectual, I suppose, and slow and bureaucratic. That's something else I'd like to talk about is Max Weber. Max Weber, the sociologist, possibly the second most significant sociologist ever after Karl Marx himself. And yeah, but I think I'll probably try to keep politics more peripheral on this vlog in general. Obviously I have not done that at all today. But when in Rome, I was talking about designer babies, so it came out. I think next time I'll try and maybe read a piece to you about time and time management, but really more about like the tyranny of the timepiece. I forget the writer's name, but I'll read it to you guys next time. I think you'll enjoy that. He's really interesting, and it's like a really liberating mindset to have. Anyway, thank you for watching, if you did watch, and yeah, I'm gonna just keep making these. I don't care if there's shit, as I said in my last video. I'm just excited to be filming myself and listening to myself talk, because I'm egotistical and I enjoy hearing what I have to say. Goodbye.